Well, this is a market snapshot of just how the economy has been performing today. Well, this, of course, has been a situation that has been heralded by the current political situation, meaning that the market has taken on a fairly bearish stance in recent days, continuing to shed points as we do get closer to the polls on the 26th of October. This, of course, is a subject that has raised different temperatures in other places. The Nairobi business community today having come out to ask people to focus on the economy and keep going to the workplace despite the recent calls for demonstrations every Monday and Friday by the opposition led by NASA. We want to listen into that press conference now that was held on earlier today to gauge what the perspective was. Take a listen.
And be paid. So we are worried a lot, and we just want to tell patriotic Kenyans, come out, be involved in an economic activity. In the Matatu Owners Association, we say there is transport. It's our business. If we don't do it, we have no revenues. So we'll be glad, and we don't choose people who use this service. We don't ask for political parties or anything, though we belong to political parties. So I believe it's the only way that we need to remove the fear in us, which has already been instilled to us by politicians. Those rhetorics are scary, but we have to be brave enough to come out and be counted and make this country's economy be stable. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Angela Ndambuki, the CEO of the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. On behalf of our 47 county chapters, where we are represented across all 47 counties, there's a growing concern. In fact, now it's become a major concern for the business community, where we find that we have businesses shutting down. And we feel that it's important to be able to raise this as a major concern for the economy, especially because most of our members are across the SME sector. So we want to say that being also one of the major sectors in the economy, and to ensure that there's a running input in terms of the economy, we would like to pledge that the country is able to maintain the peace. And we want to urge the leaders as well to be able to support the communities in terms of ensuring there's a stable environment in terms of conducting business. For us, for being, of course, a business membership organization where we handle cut across all sectors of business, we just want to ensure that we have a platform where businesses can be able to also interact and be able to ensure that we have a conducive environment for the business community.
Good morning. Good afternoon, sir. My name is Richard Muteti from the Kenya National Federation of Juakali Associations. As you know, the informal economic sector is the biggest employer in this country. It employs more than 82% of all the total new jobs. Currently, what we are witnessing is that there is a lot of idle capacity because, as the firms lay off, they come to us, we give them space to operate. Now, because of this tension, one of the first culprits when there is this kind of tension and running around is the small business person on the street who is trying to sell things. If you pass through Kariako coming downwards, you'll see a lot of people seated along the roads. Those are informal economic sector players who have been rendered jobless because of the current tension and impasse. That impacts so much on the security also. So the first line of sufferers is the Juakali sector and the informal economic sector. We cannot overemphasize that. So we are very much concerned, and we need this stabilization so that the small businesses can thrive. Thank you very much. Sorry.
All right, so I think you've had a little flavor of what is going on in the different sectors of the economy. There's a lot more from other sectors that we could also take. And I think one of the things that we want to continuously do over the next few weeks is to afford you, the press, an opportunity of interacting with all the different sectors and getting to understand deeply how they're affected. These are words you've heard here. But we'd encourage you to pick up each of the people who are here and accompany them to the places that they normally work and talk to those people and understand what really is ailing this country as we are going through this period. Right? We are sitting here, we are talking about it, we are here. But when you go down to the coast and you understand the person who normally supplies material to the hotel, who is no longer doing that now, and then that's the wholesaler who's bringing in, the person they're buying that from, that whole chain is affected. And I'd urge you to go down and talk to Mohammed and his team, go down to that place and talk to that Mwananchi and understand really how this stuff that is happening now is affecting that person. Right, ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, thank you very much for your time today, and I hope we can continue this conversation in the weeks to come. Thank you.
Well done, Patrick.